How's it going, everybody? It is Lockhart here, and we're finally talking about Bleach Soul Resonance again. Finally, it's been a hot minute, and so they're finally doing pre-registrations, which they just hit the first milestone, and they are also looking into being able to do the open beta test, not open beta test, but a beta test that you can register for as well, which they will give like some rewards there. I think. So let's like get into some expectations, because as mentioned, I was able to play the alpha, which was like super incredible, and I think it wouldn't be too bad to kind of give some people insight into what this game is like kind of about, right? Like for sure what you see on screen is a small portion of it. There is a blocking mechanism called the Fujitsu block, I don't know, which is like, you know, not too complicated and pretty easy to like get a hold of, I want to say. But some of the other portions of it are kind of so much better than what I would have expected initially. Again, you know, you have characters like, let's say, Byakuya. When he uses Bankai, it kind of changes the terrain and the way he plays, really. And you know, because his is Zenbun Sakura, he's able to like really... You feel how that looks, and it feels so much better. The other thing too is they did a splendid job making sure that you felt the impact on this game. Like, you know, when somebody powers up, when someone does a big attack, when someone's hits you with like a strong attack or whatever it is, you'll know, you know, feels the impact, feels really nice. And that's really good. At the time, like, you know, there were a couple things that I imagine in an alpha they would be working on, which is like, you know, not so hard to understand. But they did. I feel like they've built quite a bit so far. So I think they're just finding room to make sure that they have a space where they can actually be successful, I want to say. A bit of a spoiler alert as well. If you now, this is like depends on whether or not like you know, you really want to leave yourself for a surprise or not. So I'm not gonna, you know, if you cannot deal with spoilers, please, like at this point in time, do not continue watching, because I don't want to spoil the gameplay. If that's what you don't want, then I'll see you later. Like and subscribe. For everybody else who's staying, Tosin is nuts. Like, the way they made his kit is crazy, because you don't really see him fight as a captain, you know what I mean? Like, it never really happened. So when you get to play him, especially in this game with these graphics and the way that they did it, it was crazy. From his Bankai to his skills, it felt really cool. And if you don't know Tosin's Bankai, the big one for him is that like he takes away all of your senses, right? And that like that's his shtick. And it's just, so he's one of those folks who has a Bankai that changes like the surrounding area, makes it look different. And I feel like that's like what you want. Like, you want that because it just feels like a real Bankai, right? They had also, what's his name? The hat guy. Oh my goodness, it's gonna just gotta have to write it at the bottom. They have him as well, and I think it's like he's pretty cool. And I know he comes off as a silly character in the beginning of like the anime, and I just feel like they ran with that version of him, opposed to like the more serious version of him. So I'm not crazy about his kit, honestly. For me, some of the better characters were Tosin, Byakuya for sure felt really good. Even Rukia, who's actually at a lower grade compared to those two, was not bad. You do get Bankai Ichigo, and he's not too bad to use either. He's definitely, because his thing is all about speed, you definitely feel that. And then, like, you know, one of his like signature attacks early on in the anime was how he was capable of like breaking out of the Zenbun Sakura surrounding him. And so you kind of, you know, you see some of the stuff like that too, which is like super cool. So I think like those characters, they did like an excellent job in. Even his Shikai, just like his solo Shikai mode, wasn't so bad either. Like it was pretty good. What can I say about it? The only other thing about like the game itself, and there are other aspects of the game that I don't know. Like I feel like I could do without. Like I don't care for like little towns to explore in an action hack and slash, I want to say, but it's still nice. It's not bad. It's still nice. And but the environment is good when you're actually fighting. So at least there's that. And I don't know if they will. I mean, I don't see them being able to do an auto function, which would be really nice. But there's none of that. So if you're big auto head like I am, you won't get disappointed for sure, because there is none. I think that's kind of it. The summoning system is fine. Like, you know, you do characters, and then you do these things that are, it's like a grid. I don't even know how to explain it. But it's actually 3 summonings, I want to say. So like the first bit is definitely going to be the fact that you need to grab the characters. The next bit is going to be like the weapons, I want to say. And then there are these like puzzle pieces that you can get as well, which also enhance the character's abilities. And like abilities and like passives and stuff like that. It makes them better and whatnot. But that's also so it's like those 3 aspects to like build a character. You get the character, you gotta awaken the character, you gotta get the weapon, you gotta awaken the weapon, and then you get these like little puzzle pieces that you put together to add like stats, benefits, passives, stuff like that, that you can farm, but you also have to farm for it, and then it's a little tricky, but not the worst. So those are kind of some of the things for now. I don't want to dig into it too much. As we get closer to the beta test, I'll probably talk a little bit more, but that's kind of it. I am overall excited. I do like Bleach. I'm happy with where the 1,000-Year Blood War is coming, which also makes me happy about all the characters that are coming out. I feel like generally in an anime gacha, there's just not enough content to use and to like be able to, you know, I don't know how to put it. Like there's just not enough, right? So they use like a bunch of garbage characters, which like super sucks. But in this scenario, I think we're gonna have a lot of room to be able to like have fun with it, because there's a lot of characters we never got to experience like at all, right? Like the vice captain for what's his name, Yamamoto. Like we never really got to see him fight at all, and I'd imagine we're gonna get to use him at some point, and in which case it's gonna be like incredible. So things like that will be amazing, because I'm really curious as to how they're gonna adapt characters like that. Like with Tosin, not being able to see him fight as much as we did, it's gonna be crazy for like people to actually experience that. I'm really curious to what everyone else's feedback is going to be, because everyone who played the alpha was like, yo, Tosin's like literally capped. Like it's just more like uncapped. Like it was like nuts. It's like the developers loved him, like, and they're like, we're giving him everything, you know. So yeah, anyway, that's it for me. Like, subscribe, comment, catch you in the next one.